Hey guys, and how about we watch a death battle, Godzilla vs Gamera? Though, not really. I already watched this one if you're familiar with my channel. If not, you can see it right here, and you can see the original one on ScrewAttack's channel right here. But right now, I actually thought it would be kind of fun to watch something else. I was told that at the SGC convention this year, the ScrewAttack Gaming Convention, Death Battle was in Boomstick, Ben and Chad. They actually showed Godzilla vs Gamera ahead of time. But the analyses section on Ben's hard drive, I believe it was, like, messed up. Like, his whole hard drive got screwed over or something. And so instead, they had the battle, but they had to give their own live commentary to it, their own live analysis, and all that. Which I find really interesting because I know how it can be to have to talk on the spot. And so I really am rather interested in seeing how they handled it. And I also am really rather excited to see them as themselves, in their awesome fleshy voice bodies, being Wiz and Boomstick, the characters. So I hope that you guys will enjoy watching this with me. Again, it's not really a matter of, will I get the death battle prediction right, because I've already seen it. But I hope it's just, enjoyable with what it is. So let's get to watching.
Let's do this episode.
Okay, keep in mind too, if you want to see the original stream of this on Twitch, the link should be in the description. So go there and you can watch where I am. This is at about 4 hours into the video.
I don't know, we'll see how this
so here we go.
All right, boom,
I didn't watch the rest of it, I skipped ahead, but... He has to get ready, that's awesome.
All right.
I imagine the voice must be hard.
Liz, let's do it. It's time for Godzilla versus Gamera.
Seriously, this is like what Death Battle would be if this was like a high school presentation.
So, that's great. All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
So,
conventions can be
Boomstick.
fun.
This
I hope to go to SGC
yes, this
soon.
death battle is involving kaijus, which is the Japanese word for
Giant monster that will fuck shit up.
It's just a
these
slideshow.
kaijus
That's
that
awesome.
we've got Godzilla, the king of the monsters,
And Gamera, guardian of the universe and friend to all children. I'm not making that up.
So, all right. Oh, well. I'm Wiz, and he's Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
So far, they're actually doing pretty well. I'm impressed.
Wondering what's going on, the actual episode is like erased, so we're kind of having to make do. But the fight is here.
It's so fucking funny. This is so lame. We're trying, guys. All right.
No, guys, you're doing great. It's fun. It is.
Cool. All right.
Like, I'm enjoying watching
All
this
right.
so far.
Boomstick.
Imagine being at the
I think we're
convention
gonna
seeing
choose
that. It's
Godzilla.
even better, right?
I don't know, whatever. Godzilla or Gojira. And you want to go?
Standing at 355 feet and weighing in at 90,000 tons, Godzilla is a giant monster of epic proportions who has been on the silver screen for 60 years.
Let's see. He feeds on nuclear radiation, nuclear-powered heart. Really? And somehow has knowledge in judo and boxing.
Godzilla's heart is
I wish I knew
literally
how to
a
make that
nuclear
Boomstick
reactor,
voice,
and
too.
eventually it will melt down. There's actually an entire movie where the entire world is
Hold on.
afraid that Godzilla's heart will explode and destroy the planet.
Wow.
This is cool. We get to actually like break out
Yeah.
character and just like explain. You're like, no, that's ridiculous.
So Godzilla, being the king of the monsters, has a ton of crazy abilities. The most prominent, of course, being the atomic breath.
None of which I
It's a
knew before
giant
watching the episode.
blue, bright stream of radiation. And this is important to note. It is not fire. A lot of people
Not
believe
fire.
that Godzilla shoots fire from his mouth, but it's not. It's actually radiation. So
Which is why
it
Gamera
hurts
couldn't.
and it will give you cancer.
Yeah, help.
Cancer beam.
Cancer
There's got to
beam.
be like 3,000 microwaves.
At least
3,000.
maybe give or take a few billion.
You know.
The atomic breath can actually be improved to the spiral atomic breath, which is red, because red is more powerful than blue, obviously.
Obviously.
Then why didn't Cobra ever win? And now you know. Joe. All right.
Godzilla can use his radioactive powers for a couple other different things, including the nuclear pulse, which is where instead of shooting a radioactive ray from his mouth, he kind of just pulses it from his body.
Oh.
It's weird, but it's
And
apparently
everything else is
powerful.
like, oh God, cancer, no.
Godzilla also has an incredible regenerative factor with the Regenerator G1. That is literally what his cell is called. I don't know why scientists called it that. They're just incredibly uncreative.
Because G1 is awesome.
It's just Godzilla 1 or something.
That is
Maybe.
true.
Also, for some fucking reason, he can turn into a giant magnet.
Godzilla can absorb not man-made electricity, but electricity from nature, like lightning bolts, and turn himself into a giant magnet or use the electricity to power up his moves.
I'm gonna have to go quick. Yeah.
Also, he is skilled in defying gravity.
He's made out of spiny shit, and he can do this. Watch this shit. Yep.
Just that scene, it's hilarious. Where he takes off.
This is happening.
Which would make no sense, because I think that if that much pressure is being exerted to lift his body off the ground would not be as solid as the ground once was. You know what I mean? Considering he's 90,000 tons or something, that is a lot of pressure. I mean, I imagine.
Gravity means nothing to Godzilla.
I don't know how much like planes weigh, but
Godzilla
pretty sure it's
has
not
never
that
actually been killed by a natural kaiju. The only one who's come close is one of the Mecha Godzillas. He's so strong, he once threw Kaiser Ghidorah, who weighs 100 freaking tons.
100,000.
100,000 freaking tons.
That's
He's been
much more
submerged
impressive.
in magma, survived a black hole, tanked a meteoroid point blank, and never been killed by a natural kaiju. But you said that, but I said it better.
Unfortunately, Godzilla is not invincible. His regeneration takes time. He's a little slow and somewhat clumsy. Also, he lost to King Kong, a giant monkey. And yes, this is official, even though it's a little weird in the actual ending of the movie. The director has come out and said that King Kong is the winner of that movie.
There we go.
So if he lost to King Kong, who else could he lose to?
Who knows? Maybe we should make a
Maybe
show about
Gamera.
But Godzilla is a badass, right?
Very much. Look at that. There we go.
There we go.
That guy knows.
He knows.
Now
All right,
Gamera. Okay.
On to Gamera.
This will
Who
be
the hell
fun
is
hearing
that?
Boomstick improvise. Or Chad. you know.
Gamera is a giant, flying, fire-breathing turtle who also eats fire
He eats fire.
and knows gymnastics.
Very true. He swings around a pole and then he lands and he does the. I'm not even kidding.
No, that clip was
He
hilarious
also
too. 'Cause it's just a
destroyed
little
another enemy
turtle.
monster, took a bone of some sort, and played his own theme song on its spine.
Wow. That's rough. Monster.
Unlike
Insult
Godzilla,
to injury
who
there.
was created by nuclear radiation, Gamera was created by the people of Atlantis.
Which is still
really
interesting.
Strange. Like, really? You're gonna create a giant killer monster on your little island that's gonna sink? But he was created because the Atlanteans were busy trying to create life.
At first they created
and,
a giant
they created
bird.
giant evil pterodactyls that shoot lasers.
Hey, it's our first shot at making life. Should we make like a bug or something? No, make a giant fucking laser-breathing monster. That couldn't go bad.
So they created Gamera to battle the monsters and basically defend the planet. Gamera has
Claws and tusks, elbow claws, fireball breath, plasma fireballs, defensive shell, vanishing plasma fist, fireball. I thought that said ejaculation suicide. I totally did. That's a way to go out, man. Fireball ejaculation suicide.
You know, it's funny. It's funny because that is a suicide move.
Nice.
Like, he literally blows himself up by
Oh.
overloading himself with this plasma fire.
That's not quite the
we
same
don't really know how that happens, so...
And he's got the ultimate mana cannon, which is he summons all the
Teletubby
mana
beam.
on Earth, absorbs
Ah,
it,
yeah.
not all of it, but whatever he can get his hands on.
And
absorbs
does
it,
this.
And does this. I didn't know you had a video.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
So he has a unibeam.
Turtle beam.
They're saying it
He
wrong.
can also fly. Because turtles do that.
That's right, it's a fire-eating rocket
They
turtle.
don't even know like what clips they have prepared. They're such troopers just going for it.
He's so fast, he can fly up to Mach 3, which is faster than the fastest jet we have created, the Blackbird. And feats and failures, he has destroyed a Star Destroyer. You can see it there.
Wow.
It's literally a Star Destroyer in
Yeah,
a
I
Gamera
think
movie. I don't know what
it's-
it's doing there, but it's there. He defeated the anti-Gamera, and he destroyed the Zegra spacecraft.
I don't
which
remember
sounds-
any of those things
You
in
probably
the
don't know what it
actual
is, but it
episode.
can withstand 50 megaton bombs, and he just breathed fire on it. It was blown up.
Oh.
It took no effort at all.
Just like he did with the licensing for Star Wars.
It was saying like low blow.
That's right.
How do we get all of that? All right, unfortunately,
Be amazed by me.
Unfortunately, Gamera has died multiple times in battle, typically from his ejaculation suicide move. And while he's really fast, his physical power is lacking compared to some other kaiju. So,
All right, you guys are all gonna do this with me. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then it's time for a death battle. All right?
Okay, if there's something special
3,
about the
2,
battle itself,
1.
like if they provide
It's
fun
time
commentary,
for a death battle.
yeah, if they provide fun commentary, something during the battle, then I'll show it. Otherwise, I'm gonna skip the
Let's
battle
dim
itself
the lights and get
because
sexy.
yeah, because you've all seen it, or if not, again, you could go to the original video on ScrewAttack.com, /death battle or something. It's not quite that, but you'll be able to find it. Or the ScrewAttack YouTube channel, or you could check my channel for my Let's Watch of it. And yeah, so skip ahead.
back there.
Alright, so here we reach the end of the battle. So now to see what they have to say, right? And the crowd goes, what? Well, they applaud at least.
Alright.
And that would be nice to hear.
We totally faked you guys out. That was awesome. Like watching that, knowing what's gonna happen, everyone was like, "Yeah!" When he got his arm torn off, and then when he blasted Godzilla, it's so funny. Like no one was happy. Everyone was just like, "Oh!" I heard a couple of people just like tense up.
That
man.
was for Gamera, though.
All right,
Like,
we could go through all this, but we're out of time. So I think
Aw.
some people know how powerful Godzilla is. Actually, this is an interesting fact that we'll do real quick. We figured out how powerful his atomic breath is, and in order to lift himself up, he's got to be able to shoot 328 trillion pounds per square inch. Like that's how
Which is a
powerful it
lot.
is. Which compared to the equivalent, that's the equivalent of 1 trillion fire hoses, like riot control fire hoses. That's enough hose to wrap around the Earth 38,000 times.
yeah.
It's insane.
I mean, now that I know, I'm just agreeing with them.
So we were able to prove that he would be able to pierce through Gamera's skin because weaker monsters have. And
But then the
this is
death battle
actually
itself,
interesting.
I always
We talked to
wondered,
James
could
Rawl,
Godzilla
Danger
survive
Being
in space? Because
who's
couldn't
a very
Gamera just
big,
leave him there? Not saying that would make
kaiju
Gamera win
fan.
in every
And he brought
situation,
up an
but
interesting point that
you know.
Gamera always takes like 2 rounds to fight. He always like kind of tests out his opponent, retreats a bit, and then does another fight, like after he's learned how to fight that guy. Like that's how Gamera fights.
Yeah. Which
Godzilla,
we
on
didn't
the
know
other hand,
first.
He's a turtle Batman.
Refuses to let
Batman,
his
yes,
foes
he's a turtle
fight.
Batman.
Okay.
Godzilla, on the other hand, does not let his opponent run away. He's always attacking. So, the winner.
Yay, Godzilla! Claps.
A happy moment.
Oh, good, a
The
happy
winner
moment.
is Godzilla. All right.
Oh yeah.
Now for the next time,
Next
because it was different.
time on Death Battle.
I mean, I've heard in the comments what this, like who they are, but
I have a guide here that will show you how to live from now on.
and so many people were happy at this moment, and meanwhile I'm like, I don't know who that is. Six Gundam. Okay, I didn't watch that or anything. I have no idea who that is. Now I have a little, like, icky bicky diddle biddle bit, like, of knowledge of who the other dude is. Cause when I was really young, I watched Power Rangers, you know, a little bit. And so, you know, I remember just a little bit. Tommy was, of course, like, the coolest, right? But I really don't know enough to say. And that one's not even gonna happen, at least now. I mean, it'll probably happen in the future, seeing as they announced it and they'll
Robot
let down a lot of
fight.
people. But
All right, thank you guys for
not
coming
gonna be
to
the
Death
next
Battle
thing.
panel.
Yeah, make sure you guys pick up. Hey,
Wait. We got buttons for you at the door.
we got
yeah, so make sure you pick
I
up
want
the
a
button on the way
button.
out. Thank you guys.
Don't
so
get a
much. We'll see
shirt.
you
I don't
next
get a
time.
button. I was willing to pay. I had money. But anyway, so that was that. So I don't know. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I really enjoyed watching it, actually, considering, like, given how prepared they were when they came to that, knowing that, like, I I actually don't know how soon or how recently. I don't know how to phrase that exactly. They showed up at the convention with Ben's hard drive not working, you know, and I don't know when it stopped working compared to when they arrived, but you know, I'm sure it wasn't too long, and so they put together what they could, and I thought they did a really good job of that. And then just with what they had, I thought it was great. I still really enjoyed it. You know, it was still funny. I liked seeing the real them as well, but you know, we also got to enjoy the characters that we've, you know, all come to know and love. Wiz and Boomstick, you know, they still stayed in character now and then, but like, was it Chad who mentioned it? How they could just jump in and be like, explain stuff. That was kind of fun too in its own. I wouldn't want that for every death battle, mind you, but for, you know, little things like this, especially after already having seen it, you know, me personally, it was really cool. I like seeing them as people too, like seeing their personalities. They seem like really nice, fun guys, you know, and just the fact too that even though they know all this stuff, they don't seem like know-it-alls, you know, they're not cocky about it or anything. They're just like, yeah, right, it's ridiculous, and we're like, yeah, it is ridiculous, you know, isn't it? And it's nice. It was fun. I enjoyed that. So with all that, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, of course, feel free to leave a like, comment, and if you're new, even subscribe. It means a lot, it really helps me out, and I would love to have you guys. So, tune in next time for my next video, and until then, take care. Cue outro, go!